Just a quick warning, I'm going to go into subjects that you might find uncomfortable to discuss, okay? And some of you, who are of the more sensitive disposition might even berate me and lash out at me, and I'm fine with that, okay? But we have to talk about this. Now, obviously with the P.Diddy situation, there's a lot of accusations with what seems like great evidence of wrongdoing, right? Wrongdoing of the sexual nature, perverse. To be honest, nothing that surprises me, because I know many people in the entertainment business. A lot of these people are the most sleazy people out there, proudly discussing how they partake in drugs, drug consumption, alcohol, and other foul and self-destructive behaviors. But something that no one is talking about, and something that I've long suspected, no one is talking about the effects of P. Diddy's parents, most notably his mother, had on him psychologically. You see, look at these videos and look how the mother is behaving to P. Diddy. Now, some of you crazy people out there are gonna say, well, P. Diddy corrupted his mother and made him do all these things and is now making her kiss him on the lips, right? This is what some of you are gonna say, especially the people that never wanna accost the mothers. If you have a logical bone inside of your body, you would understand that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, meaning that many people have learned these behaviors from their parents. If someone is a scumbag, they most likely learned that behavior from their parents or someone in their family, someone who was very close to them as they were developing and growing up. For as wretched many people in the entertainment business are, you don't just out of nowhere behave in a woeful way. Before I conclude my thoughts, I just want to bring up a few articles that are very pertinent to what I'm trying to convey here, okay? Look at this article. Cougars in the classroom. The alarming rate of teachers charged with RN young boys in America. Bullet points. In the last year, dozens of teachers face sex crimes charges involving students. The crimes have happened in 16 states stretching from California to New York. Many of these predatory teachers are married with their own children. I'm going to drop this article in the video description. You can go ahead and read it. But a few of these people's mugshots, okay? Married New Jersey teacher Jessica Sawicka, 37, was arrested after police found her half naked in the back seat of a teen's car at a wildlife center. Glamorous Missouri math teacher Haley Clifton Carmack, 26, faces several charges including child molestation, statutory R-word, and endangering the welfare of a child. Heather Hare, a teacher at Brighton High School, was charged with sexual assault in the first degree after recent allegations of sexual misconduct surfaced with a student. Emma Delaney Hancock, 26, a former substitute teacher at Wellston High School in Oklahoma, had an alleged sexual relationship with a 15-year-old boy whose father is Wellston Mayor Paul Whitner and Hancock's husband is the Wellston police chief. Go ahead and read this article, man, because unfortunately, in this environment, in this society, people in the mainstream just casually like to believe that women are completely innocent, mothers are completely innocent. Usually, when people talk about domestic violence, usually they're talking about the father, the man in the house. When people talk about sexual assault, they're talking about a male figure. But no one talks about the females who act in this way towards their children and other people's children. And here is a report. Adult male report of childhood sexual abuse by mothers. Case descriptions, motivations, and long-term consequences. I'll also put this in the description below. Go check it out. The abstract is sexual abuse of male children by their mothers is rarely reported. However, it may not be as rare as commonly believed. 8 case histories are presented which exemplify mothers' sexual abuse of their sons to satisfy the mother's own needs. In no case was the mother psychotic, okay? That's a key part. In no case were the parents out of their mind or the mothers out of their minds when they were doing these acts, meaning they were sane and knew what they were doing. In 7 cases, the mother began the seduction and sexual abuse while the son was prepubescent and continued until at least early adolescence. As adults, each of their sons experienced difficulty maintaining an intimate emotional and sexual relationship with one person, and most presented with some degree of depression. Substance abuse was present in 5 of 8 cases. So are you catching my drift? You see, for P. Diddy's mother to be intimate with her son like that showcases to me that there was a sort of parental abuse going on in that household. Again, you could say everything you want to say about P. Diddy, right? And you may or may not be right. But surely, if P. Diddy is a monster, then P. Diddy's mother is also a monster, no? Some people out there are claiming that P. Diddy somehow corrupted the mother. And again, this speaks to the exaltation that people, especially in the black community, have towards mothers. You know, people find it, people want to defend some of these people who are just totally abusive. Mentally, emotionally, physically, and in many cases, sexually. And like the article says, many of these cases are not reported because of shame. And of course, when you add the familial aspect, you're not going to grasp or put your mother in prison now, are you? So what tends to happen is that a lot of these children just kind of adapt to this sick situation. Sometimes a lot of these children just think, okay, it's a joke. Oh, mom, you're being silly. Stop trying to touch me like that. You're being silly, without realizing how this affects them growing up. And like this article said, trouble maintaining intimate relationships growing up. So look, I've been saying this for the longest time in the black community specifically, but many other communities as well, but I'm focused on the black community. There is a lot of abuse that happens that needs to be brought to the surface and needs to be aired out and spoken about. You know, people cry up and down about all the violence, all the stabbings and all the unnecessary killings in the black community, but they seem to not want to really delve into the real reason why this happens. And again, we got racism and white supremacy as a nice scapegoat. But the reality is, the biggest component, in my opinion, is the family. Okay, and speaking about P. Diddy specifically, I'm pretty sure, judging by the behavior that he has with his mother, the closeness, there's some videos of him almost grinding from behind on his mother. He's talking about taking his mother to a strip club. But you're going to tell me that his mother didn't have a hand to play in this behavior. Are you serious? So yeah, people need to be very critical. And people need to be very honest. A lot of people are very dishonest. You want to protect people who are the abusers. Or you want to just focus on this stereotypical male figure that is the bad abuser. When in many cases, the abuse that happens to boys and men are just not being reported. So yeah, if P. Diddy is a monster, so is his mother. Let me know what you think below. Catch you in the next one.